Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm really excited to share with you the first challenge for the Buzz into Spring collaboration that I'm doing with Natalie from Line.Arrow. As you would have seen in my previous video, we have released a kit together. I've designed 22 pages and so has Natalie. They are now available in our Etsy shop. And as usual, throughout the month of our collaboration, we will have different challenges happening each week. And then at the end of the month, there will be some prize drawings for those that have participated. So as I said, there will be some challenges. There are actually going to be 3 spread out over the next 3 weeks. This is the first week's challenge. If you want to be in for a chance of winning in the prize draw, then you need to create a post showing your creation from the challenge, and then posting them in the following Facebook groups. So you can post them in the Non-Stop Papercrafts Facebook group, Line.Arrow Facebook group, plus we also have Haystack Crafty Corner, Sweet Pea Papers, Junk Journal Tutorials and more, and Two Sisters Jam. All of those Facebook groups will be running this challenge. So if you are a part of 1 or 2 of them, then make sure that you're posting in those, or go ahead and join the others. And then you will have more chance of winning, because each group will do a prize drawing at the end. So if you are only part of 3 groups, you'll obviously only be entered into 3 drawings. If you are sharing your posts throughout all of the groups, then obviously you've got 6 chances then of winning. Another bonus of being part of each of the Facebook groups are the freebies that will be available to you. Now, each week, Nathalie and I will be releasing freebies, which will be available in our Facebook groups and on our Ko-fi shops. But just to promote the other 4 Facebook groups that are hosting the challenges with us, we have created freebies just for them. So I'm going to share those with you now. Oh, make sure it's the right way up. So these first pages are for, let me just check. So this is for Sweet Pea Papers. So if you head over to Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, you will find these pages. So it's a journaling page. As you can see, we've got the lovely kind of honeycomb and lace effect around the edges, but we've got some lovely bees as well. And to keep in line with what we've done with the kit, you've got a colour version. You've then got a version that is black and white, and a version that is sepia. So these freebies will only be available in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. So if you want to grab these, you need to go and join that group. The next lot of pages are for Junk Journal Tutorials and more. So it's the same thing. You've got the page in colour. You then have it in black and white. And then you have it in sepia as well. Okay, so these are only available in the Junk Journal Tutorials and more Facebook groups. If you would like this page, that's where you need to head and join. The next one is for Two Sisters Jam. So again, we've got another journaling page, and this is only available in the Two Sisters Jam Facebook group. Again, it's in black and white and also in sepia. And then the final one is for Haystack Crafty Corner. So again, nice journaling page. We've got this kind of vintage picture here of a beehive and some other hives there as well. And again, you have it in black and white and in sepia. So they're all the freebies that you can get exclusive in those Facebook groups. These are the freebies that I have created for the challenge, and the challenge will be live, like I said, in each of the Facebook groups. Buzz into Spring is the hashtag you need to use. So whenever you're posting what you have created, make sure you're using that hashtag, because that makes it really easy for us to find your posts. This is the week 1 challenge, and we're going to be creating a window page from the magnifying glass that's supplied in the freebies. As I said, remember to post your pictures in each of the Facebook groups using the hashtag to be in the prize drawing at the end of the month. So let me show you the freebies that you can get then. So we have, again, another journaling page. So it's got the sunflowers around the outside, but it's nice and plain. A great backing page actually for the kit. So you've got plenty of space to write. And again, it's available in black and white. Whoops. And in sepia. Then we have to help with the challenge, some magnifying glasses, and then some different elements that you could perhaps put behind your magnifying glass. And again, they are available in black and white and in sepia. And then the final page are again just some items that you could perhaps tuck behind your magnifying glass. And again, they are available in black and white and in sepia. So they're all the freebies. Those last lot you'll be able to find in my Facebook group, Non-Stop Papercrafts, or on my Ko-fi page, both of which are linked down below. Natalie will have her own set of freebies, which she will show in her challenge video. And then you'll have to head over to her Facebook group or her Ko-fi page to grab hers. So there is so much for you to work with, so much for you to play with. Even if you do not buy the Buzz into Spring kits, there are so many freebies for you to have a play around with. So as I said, the challenge is to create a page with a window where the magnifying glass kind of creates the window. Now I am going to be using this technique in my project for Buzz into Spring. However, I'm not making a journal. I'm trying to make something a little bit different, and because I haven't started it yet and I haven't got the base, I can't create this element in it yet. So I thought I would use, this is the journal that I made as my, I think it was my January or February design team project for Natalie. And it was going to be like my challenge book. So whenever a challenge comes up, I would put things in here. So I'm going to use this page here. I have shrunk down the elements. So you can see I've got my teeny weeny little magnifying glasses. I have freehand cut out the centres. I haven't gone right up to the edge only because that would be far too fiddly, and obviously I've still got to stick them down. So I have left a teeny little bit of a gap, but I'm going to ink those up in a minute so they don't look quite so terrible. And yeah, I'm thinking of kind of laying this on the page, and this is where I'm going to create my window. So I'm just having a look what I've got on the other side. Yeah, that could work actually. So I think I might use actually the brown one on this side. I'm just seeing what's going to look best. Yeah, so I think I'm going to use the brown one on this side. So I'm just going to lay that above there. And obviously I don't want to cut out that lady. So I'm going to put the magnifying glass here. And then using a pencil, I'm just going to roughly draw where my circle is. Okay, about there. Now the nice thing about this journal is I did make it so I could slide out the pages. And now that I've done that, I'm just going to cut my circle out. Now I know, I think it was last month, I don't know if it was a challenge or if people were just making those tunnel style books. I've never actually made a tunnel book. I really love the idea. But when Natalie and I were coming up with the challenges for this, that's what kind of prompted my idea to kind of have a windowed page, because I really love it when you can kind of see from one page what's going to be coming up in the next one. It's a nice way to kind of decorate. And you get a peek obviously at the next page as well. So that's my window cut out. So the first thing I need to do is obviously give that a little bit of an ink. So I'm just using Vintage Photo. I'm going to try and ink around as best I can. Now I know my magnifying glass is going to go over the top, but just in case you do see any of the edge of the paper, that's why I want to give it a little bit of an ink. Okay, like that. I'm just going to move that up a little bit just so that I can ink this as well. Because obviously I don't want it quite so white. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to do the same on the other one. Now I am probably making this difficult for myself because I have obviously shrunk these down, so these are quite fiddly to work with, but this is a small journal, so that's why I've kind of shrunk them down, because I think the other magnifying glasses would have made would have been far too big for the pages. Right, okay, so this magnifying glass is going to go on here like that, and then I'm thinking what else I kind of want to add to it. Now obviously this is a lovely beautiful decorated page anyway, and I have got florals. I've even got one with a little butterfly, but I've got a butterfly there, so I probably don't want another one. Got this lovely envelope. And then I've got, I've stashed some scraps at the back that I was kind of using for the pages anyway. So I'm thinking I could have something like that, and this could also actually be a pocket, couldn't it? So I might do that. I think I'm going to put a little few stitches through this just to kind of stick those together, because I have done stitching on the others. I think the magnifying glass I'm just going to stick down, so I can do that now. And I do like to use this precision glue. Now you can of course put like an acetate or something in here. I'm not going to. I quite like the idea of it just kind of poking, you kind of having that gap there. Right, so that's that. Then we'll do the other side in a moment. That's the one that's going on the other side. So what did we say? We're going to have this. So let's ink that up. But yeah, Natalie and I just thought this was a fun way to create some interest in a journal, something that's a little bit interactive, where you're kind of seeing what's going to be sort of coming up in the next few pages. But yeah, I think I'm going to make that a teeny pocket. But yeah, I'm just going to run a little stitch through that on my sewing machine, and then I'll be back. Right, so I've literally just run, like I said, a little stitch through there. Now I'm debating whether to tuck that under there, or is that going to get in the way of the pocket? I also don't want to obviously cover up the magnifying glass, because I quite like that, and I don't want to cover her up, so I think I'm going to keep that at the bottom. And I think I'll have that poking out, because it kind of looks like it's going in the pocket as well, but it's actually not part of the pocket. So let's stick that down first. So I'm just trying to hold it in place. I'm going to glue one side and then glue the other. Okay, so that's going to go down like that. Should have probably inked that paper as well, shouldn't I? I'm just going to brush some ink onto it a little bit. That's a bit better. Okay, then that's going to go at the bottom as a pocket. So I'm just going to put glue, make sure it's the right way up. So that's going to go along there. Right, I'm not going to add anything else to this page. However, I do need to slot it in here to see how the other page is going to look. So where's the other side? There it is. Okay, so at the moment we're seeing a little bit of this page. What else do we want? Let's have a look. So I really like that. So on this side we obviously want this. Okay, that's quite cool there, isn't it? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink it a little bit because it's quite white. I'm going to very just gently brush over it, just so again it's not quite so white. But I am going to go a little bit darker now around the edges. Okay, I am now going to ink the back. Okay, just like that. Like I said, it's not heavily inked, but it just stops it from looking quite so white. So if that's going there, I'm thinking I'm going to need a brad about there, and I'm just going to draw just so I know where to line it up, that little bit there. So now I need to think about what colour brad I want. Now of course it's honey, so do I go for a little black one or do I have a little yellow one? I have got yellow. Maybe we'll go for yellow, why not? Because it's only a very small brad, I am going to use my pokey tool rather than my crocodile. I'm just going to poke a hole in there, then going to line this back up. Okay, because this is quite delicate paper, I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape over that, just a teeny bit, or even maybe just a bit of sellotape, just to strengthen it around where obviously I'm piercing that hole. I'm going to re-pierce it. And then somewhere, there it is, my little yellow brad. Oh my goodness, I can't split it open. Right, so there we go. So we've got the brad in place. So when that window's like that, we can see the flowers through. So that's quite cute. I like that. So what we need to worry about now is obviously this on this side. So how are we going to have this one? Because we could obviously have the magnifying glass up that way. She's quite nice coming up there. So obviously I've got this bit overlapping here. So having her coming over that way as well, we can then see her through this magnifying glass. So I quite like that. So I think I'm going to do that again. Again, just to kind of tie everything together, I'm going to use some of these scraps. So let's have a look. I want something that's long enough to go either side. Something like that. And that's going to go there like that. Then we see her. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do there. So I'm going to stick these bits down. Well, I might stick that one down first actually, because that's the lightest colour. Then we can have this one. And she's going to go there. Now I could make another tuck or pocket out of her, but I'm not going to this time. Maybe just lift her up slightly. Yeah, awesome. Right, okay. So we're now going to have this magnifying glass going perhaps that way. What else have we got? We've got this gorgeous little shoe, which I love. And I might use that as maybe a tuck spot to have be in there. Or I've got this one. No, I think I like the shoe. So let's glue this one down. Okay, so there's that one, and then I'm just going to add, and actually just to make this perhaps a little bit more stable, okay, something like that, and then the whole thing then will be a tuck spot. So let's stick these together. And then for this tuck, we obviously just want the back end and the bottom. Okay, so we'll just let that dry for a second before we start shoving things in it. But yeah, I'm quite liking this. So we have got this one with the little beehive and the flowers. And this is nice because it's got all pink flowers anyway, so that looks quite nice on here, I think. So that can go in there. Okay, I really love how this has turned out. I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit so you can see a little bit closer. So when you're doing this, you do have to kind of plan out 4 pages because you need to think about the previous page and what you're going to see through the magnifying glass. Likewise, you kind of need to think about what's going to happen on the next page so that you know what you're looking through. But I think I've kept it relatively simple here, but it's still got a really great effect. We've got a nice pocket here as well on this page. We've got the magnifying glass. We've got another one on this side, again with a little tuck spot. And we now have an additional journaling space as well. So I really love this. I think that works really, really well. You can, of course, put some acetate in there if you didn't want an actual hole in there. I think it works just fine as it is. Yeah, as I say, I'm really happy with this. I think this is a brilliant challenge. I really hope that you guys join in. As I said, remember to use the hashtag #BuzzIntoSpring. Make sure that you're posting in as many of the Facebook groups as you can because there will be a prize drawing at the end of each month in each of the Facebook groups. So the more you post in, the more chances you have of winning. All links will be down below for where you can grab the freebies and where you can find the different Facebook groups as well. Please also make sure that you go and check out the design teams. They're going to be working hard with the Buzz into Spring kits as well. I've already seen a few of them who have everything kind of cut out and ready to go, so it's going to be awesome seeing what everybody comes up with all these different pages. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.